Hello guys, subscribe to WorldWideChels.
Hi WorldWideChels.
WorldWideChels.
Subscribe to WorldWideChels.
Thank you for your support.
Yes, people, welcome to another Chelsea live stream. Chelsea daily content, keeping you guys up to date with every single detail. I was going to stream tonight. I'm actually feeling a bit ill today as well. So, guys, if you can, like the video. One like, one prayer for me to get better as well. Subscribe if you're new here. Hit the notification. We're joined here with an amazing panel again. Alfred is here. I thought he was going to let me down. Alfred's here as well. Big up to him. Wayne, how are you?
I'm good. I'm fine. Congratulations to the England women winning 10-0 tonight. Big up yourselves. And obviously, hope you're doing well as well, Seek. Obviously, hope you're feeling better soon. And yeah, I'm looking forward to getting into the conversation because, like my new name's going to say, it doesn't matter.
That is true.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. Molds. There you have it, people. Yeah, big up to you as well for coming on as well. Nippin, why is your camera so flashy and how are you?
All I'm gonna say is see!
Do the dance.
Ricketts in the mud, Ricketts in the mud. No. No, I'm inside. I haven't got enough room to do the see celebration. But yeah.
Okay.
Ricketts in the mud, Ricketts in the cement, Todd Boehly in. Boehly's at the wheel. We're gonna win the league.
Okay. Alfred?
Yeah, how is everyone? Hope you're all well.
You sound like you just woke up. Be honest.
Yeah, I did.
How are you, man?
Yeah, I'm good, thanks. I saw just a bit earlier as well some news about Todd Boehly, and someone else joining up with him in the interest of Chelsea, and apparently they have been leading mostly this whole time, even though all the attention has been mostly towards the Ricketts. So I don't know how reliable this source is. It wasn't a verified account or anything like that. It was,
you're talking about Andreas?
Andreas? I'm not sure. I saw an account. I think it was called Vince.
Is it the real one though this time, or is it another fake one you've seen?
Oh, we don't know who it is. Not verified. But that news that you're talking about, it actually came true today. This news came out like about 5 hours ago. Literally what you're saying, or 6 hours ago.
Finally, something proper I've seen.
Yeah, I mean, listen, it is positive news, which we'll be getting into it for sure, guys. Everyone tuning in now, like the video as well. Help me get up to 40 likes whilst you guys are here. We've got Matt. I don't know where he is. No camera, I think. Matt?
I'm here. I'm all good. I've got problems with my laptop camera, so, I'll be off camera.
No camera today?
So, no, sorry. But, yeah, big up, like Wayne said, 10-0 Lionesses. It's coming home, men's and women's. Let's go. Yeah, I mean, I want to be happy about the Boehly's, but I think it's going to be the Ricketts still. I'm going to be negative, so when the positivity happens, I'm happy with it.
Well, sound like ads for now, but let's just see where Nippon is quickly.
Creams.
So you went from Pepe's to Creams. Okay.
Yeah, just a 2-minute walk.
What area?
Hounslow.
Okay. So does anyone here except Matt think Ricketts coming in?
I don't think the Wickets are coming in. I've got this little feeling that they're not going to come in. I think it'll probably be the Boehly's because I think they from the start it looked like it was they come with interest straight away, didn't they? And I think that's what it was straight away now. I just think all this is just a smokescreen. I think they will end up taking over. I hope so anyway. And that's why I put my name down, because I just think all this, what we're hearing, it doesn't matter. I'm literally like the box says, it doesn't matter, because we're never going to know the truth till right at the end. You know what I'm saying? I think all this is just little news as we get into for content sake for us lot, getting us contents, but I don't think there's any real what's it called, real impulse with what's going on. Does that make sense?
Yeah, no. It's listen, we've got two sides, of course. We've got Matt Law with the Boehly's, and then we've got Ricketts family. There's a lot of Twitter accounts out there pushing the Ricketts love now, unfortunately. They're saying that Boehly will use a lot of loans to use Chelsea, similar to the Glazers. Even with all these new guys that he's joined up with, it's not looking good. That's what I'm hearing from these guys. Are saying the Ricketts family have strictly cash. They got Griffin as well, cash. Everyone's got cash, no debts, no loans, nothing. But in terms of the sporting terms, they aren't as successful as the Boehly's, and the guys that are linking up with the Boehly's right now, not as successful as them. So a lot of people know the Ricketts family, sporting wise, is absolute not what we want at Chelsea Football Club, but they have cash injection ready to take over Chelsea Football Club. Now, what worries me about this entire Boehly using loans and all this stuff, we were told the Saudis did not make it to the next stage simply because they were going to use debt financing. They were going to use loans to buy Chelsea Football Club. So if that is the case, Boehly's side wouldn't even be in this conversation. They wouldn't even be in these talks if that is the case, if they are using loans themselves. So that's why I'm a bit confused with what's going on, what's being said. Big up Andy Smith, man. I agree with you, bro. You guys agree with that?
Of course, we're the big frauders. What we're supposed to be doing. This is what we do every day. We fraud everyone.
This the Nippon. Look at this comment.
What? We are not frauds.
Anyway, listen, at least he's subscribed, man. Listen, Andy, go like it, man. I ain't Feroz or Ali, bro, or Father or anyone, man. Listen, KJ is on his first date right now, people. I want to big him up.
KJ.
Big up KJ and his first date, of course. KJ's a lovely guy. I'm his wingman, straight up. I've known him for many, many years. He's supported me financially, mentally. He's supported me left, right, center. He's a very, very good guy. You're on safe hands. Okay, you're on safe hands. So hopefully he does his thing.
All the best, legend, for sure. Good luck.
But yeah, you guys want journalists on? We don't need journalists, man. We don't need journalists. We've got the OGs here. We've got Wayne. We've got Nippon. We've got Matt. We've got Alfred, KJ. We've got the whole gang here, people. If you guys want big names, they need to pay me. That's what we're doing, people. Don't mock Feroz is my guy. He's a fucking fraud. How about that? He's a fraud. Just like you and your mom. Yes, Jose.
Oh, come on, don't bring the mums into it, Man City. Come on.
Do you want your mom involved? You want it involved?
Okay.
Thank you. Matt, what do you think is going to happen realistically, bro? With Boehly's and that?
I don't know.
I know you're being a bit negative and you're saying Ricketts and that, but your honest opinion, what's actually going to happen?
I honestly don't know. I think there's so much information that's coming out, and it's contradicting each other, like as you said with the Saudis and the debt thing. Although the thing I'd say about the Boehly with debt, just because the Glazers bought United on debt and it's gone wrong, doesn't mean necessarily Boehly is going to buy it on debt and then it automatically goes wrong. He could buy it on debt, but still service that debt and run the club in the same way. Them two can come together. It doesn't have to be one or the other. It's just Chelsea would have to do it the more Liverpool way, which is, I think, the way Boehly talks. That's the way I think we're going to go, and I think that's the way. No one's going to be a Roman Abramovich who spends lots and lots of money without being careful. I think the way we've been spending money on shit players recently, I'd rather be a bit more careful if it works.
No, I agree with you. We need that Liverpool kind of approach, definitely, for sure. Alfred, thank you. Alfred, what do you think will happen, man?
Man, I'm still a bit confused because how when the government said that they were looking after the best interest of the club and that they have a say in who the club is going to go to. I'm surprised that they're still in the mix, considering everything that has gone on. You know, all the racism stuff, and about 90% of the fan base doesn't want to have anything to do with them, and apparently, I think it was you that told me that they haven't been very good, sporting wise, for other clubs that they own anyway.
Yes.
So there's I don't know why they're in the mix considering all this stuff, because there just doesn't seem to be any single indication that they would be good for Chelsea. So it's strange that they're being considered if the government are in fact having a look at things and deciding whether or not they'd be a good fit for Chelsea. So yeah.
Nippin, what are you going to say, Nippin?
All I'm going to say is that if we get Todd Boehly and he say he wants to base it around the Liverpool model, by all means, ended their 30-year title route, 2 Champions League finals, winning one of them, and quite possibly could win it again this season. So why not? Bring it on.
Okay. Just very quickly, Conor Gallagher, guys, could be available to be sold £50 million. What do you lot make of that? Wayne?
I don't know how he can worth that much. So look, and he's a good player, he's a good young prospect. I'm not disputing any of that. But if we can offer 15 million, I'm saying, okay, whatever they're smoking, we take that, thank you. Because it's like, for me, he's probably worth maximum 20 million at the moment. If he's worth anything, he'd be maximum 20 million.
20?
Yeah, because if he's worth anything. Because he's had one really good season in Premier League. Right, last year he was all right, but this year he's been really good. He's shown he can do good things for Crystal Palace. But as for Crystal Palace, he hasn't done it for a big side yet. He hasn't even played for Chelsea yet.
You're talking about like Loftus-Cheek. He done it for Palace, but couldn't do it for big side.
Yeah, exactly. But would you put 50 million on Loftus-Cheek right now? And I'm not saying what will make you here, but let's be honest. You wouldn't, would you?
I think Matt would.
Make that double that.
May I have my
50
personal
million.
take on this?
Go on.
I'm actually happy they placed that 50 million, because everyone will say, nah, we're not buying him for that much and we get to keep him.
I don't get it.
Nah, look, thing is, we're pricing him at 50 million, which I think is a lot.
Yeah.
Other clubs will have sense and not pay that much. which means we get to keep him.
Why do you
And we
think
get
clubs
to
wouldn't pay
use
that
him.
much? Why do you think clubs wouldn't pay that much?
I mean, I'm not being funny. They Crystal Palace paid 25 million for Gurhey, who never played a Premier League game.
And he's amazing now.
But my point is, on that basis, then Conor Gallagher would be worth that 50 million, effectively.
He isn't, though. He
there's
isn't,
no
though.
point-
Clubs
I
will
mean,
have sense.
Yes, but no English player is worth what people pay for him. Is Ben White worth 50 million? No.
I can see your point. I can see that point of it.
If there is an English tax, why are we not using it?
It's called British tax. No, actually, it's not English tax. It's Premier League tax. You know, when Kieran Trippier... No. Hear me out. When Kieran Trippier went to Atletico Madrid he went for 20 million.
Yes, but he was
From
low on
Tottenham.
contract. That's
Guarantee you any money that if he went to Man United or Man City or Liverpool, he would have been worth double that.
No, but
He was on his last year contract.
No, it's only if you're going from one Premier League club to another.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
But can I answer? Because obviously people have said some bits about you. I agree with you. If he ends up being like KDB and Salah, yeah, I'll regret it. But I'm not sitting saying he's a bad footballer or he's not good at all what he does. To me, personally, I don't rate him as a 50 million player. I'm not saying he's bad. I just don't rate him as a 50 million player. And if we got offered that money, I look at it in my head is we're getting offered 50 million for him. That 50 million can be used in strengthening places what we will need, like a defender.
My counter for that, though, do you trust the club to actually spend that money wisely?
Yeah, I do.
I mean, look, do we want to look at last summer as an example?
What happened last summer?
Well, we bought Lukaku and loaned Sal. Did any of them succeed? Did any of them improve our team? No. If anything, it made our team worse.
You wanted Lukaku to when he signed.
I liked the fact that he come in, but he wasn't on my list as I wanted him. I was actually back in the Haaland train, just like you.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
I thought you was with what's his name? But now we've had tier 1 journalists confirm.
Now it's getting to the business end of the deal, I think. You know, it was more inquiries, trying to get an agreement with the player. Now it's between the two clubs. So I think we're in the last, let's say, innings of this.
Yeah, good times. Good times.
Them innings collapsed. They went down like Jay Sean.
Heartbreaking times.
Oh man, what a time! That was nearly a year ago, guys. It doesn't feel like a year ago. Honestly, it does not feel like a year ago. What we've been through, even that Lukaku interview.
Not gonna lie, it does feel this just this owner situation feels like a year to me.
Yeah, even
I can't wait till we talk about transfers because it's actually still football.
Good times, man. Good times, guys. Everyone tuned in and like the video, man. Alfred, did you give your opinion on Gallagher?
Not yet, but I think there's too much uncertainty at the moment for us to be getting rid of him. I think at least for now, if we got some good players, some very good young talent like Gallagher is, who is showing a lot of promise, then at least for now we should calm down, give him a go, and see what happens, because it's like Matt said, it's a time of such uncertainty where we don't want to potentially be spending the money on players that might end up flopping when we've already got something that we've seen that has got talent,
Yeah, for sure, man. I want to say very quickly, there was a poll put out between the next owners, whoever wants, and the Ricketts got the most, 82%, I think it was. Did you guys see it?
Who put
Yeah,
that
I'll
poll?
vote it.
87% for Ricketts.
What?
87% for Ricketts, guys. What do you guys make of that?
It says Boehly.
Huh?
It says Boehly. Stop trolling.
I'm just checking if anyone's reading it properly. Matt, well done, man. I gotta give it to you because Wayne didn't see it, Alfred didn't see it, Nippin's
I
too
did see
busy
it, but I didn't want to say nothing.
I did.
Alfred's busy sleeping.
I saw it.
You guys
I
sleeping?
saw it.
Wait,
Alfred's sleeping.
Alfred's
Nippin's eating waffles.
And Wayne
And,
is
Wayne's too busy watching Norris fail at the practice of Formula One.
Yeah, it's not good enough.
I was looking at the comments.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm getting quite a bit of views at the moment, so.
Ricketts 9.4%, Boehly 87.6%, Broughton Group 1.4. Who's the last guys actually?
That's the guy that owns Atalanta.
Why the hell are they even in this poll?
Atalanta or Atlanta?
Atalanta, as in the Italian team.
Oh,
The Italia.
Well, I'm kind of glad some people do have sense, but this is all international, probably fan base vibes. When I looked at match going fans, I don't think they share the same vibe. So
I think at the moment,
let's
unfortunately, this is just us as a fan base, and we're all going to speak truth. We are who we want. Fortunately, I don't see it getting swayed for whoever having that final decision, and we're never going to be able to understand what's going on behind the scenes because whatever's going on, and what's ever been said to each other, that's never going to be linked. Do you get what I'm saying?
Mm. I'll say very quickly, why do you think there was an outrage to Chelsea rejecting Palace's request for Conor Gallagher to play in the semi-finals? Because it's Chelsea?
Of course.
And I just think because how good he is, because he could open us up.
No, but I think any other club ask another club, there wouldn't be a massive outrage. But I think because it's Chelsea, people are going ballistic.
Yeah. But if you remember rightly, when we played Derby, when they asked about Mount, he played, didn't he?
Did he?
Yeah, played against us for Derby. And Tomori.
I don't remember. I remember Tomori. Did Mount play? What was the score again?
We beat them. I think it was 3 something like that. Frank Lampard came back, didn't he? His first time he came back to Stamford Bridge.
Was that the year that they beat United?
Yeah.
Yeah, because we faced them after.
Yeah. I've actually got bad memory. Can't remember the scoreline.
I'm actually not a fan of that rule myself.
Sorry?
I'm actually not a fan of that rule that a player can't play against his parent club.
Why?
I don't know. I think, you've loaned out that player to a club, so the player should be able to. He's their player momentarily.
I think the reason behind it is because say the final game is Chelsea versus, I don't know, say Chelsea versus Tottenham. We loan a player to Tottenham. That player could theoretically ruin the game, get Chelsea points, and then Tottenham, say Chelsea go top 4 and Tottenham don't. So I think it's more they don't want them to influence the game in that aspect. Because if you say you've got all these Chelsea players, again, you got loads of Chelsea players around Premier League, you could go, well, Conor Gallagher, you can drop a stinker in that game. Brozier, you can drop a stinker against us in that game.
Talking about
And then
morals, basically.
And then
Morals.
effectively, it's not, or effectively, who does say it, how it is, match fixing.
Yeah, definitely.
Is it true?
Yeah, I suppose that's true.
Yeah, this on the screen is true. I do want to talk about it quickly. Before I do, guys, like the video, man. There's 60 people tuning in so far. 10:30 p.m. UK time. Like the video if your Ricketts out. Subscribe if you're new here. I'm glad that Arsenal fan has forever gone. I think someone banned him. But listen, there are plans to trial shortening football matches to 60 minutes. Now, I didn't really understand it properly. This would only involve run the clock when the ball is in play.
So when it's out of play, they'll stop the clock, and then when it comes back in, they start playing. Similar to like basketball, with a thought, something like that.
About 60 minutes, though.
Yeah, that's
30 minutes each half.
That's kind of dead, no? Or people just boot out, no, whenever they want.
My question.
That's a bullshit rule.
My question would be: are they going to decrease the price of the tickets then if we're having 30 minutes less game?
Is that what you care about, the ticket prices right now?
No, but I'm just making the point that it's all right them doing that, but that's one of many things that's wrong with it. You definitely will still charge the same ticket price, and then you're ruining the game.
People will pay it, though.
Yeah,
people
of course.
Will love to pay that.
That's cool, because we're all suckers. People will pay it.
It'd be more Fast and Furious. It'd be more like come out. It won't be like a bit of stop and catch your breath sort of time. It'd be like proper furious football. But I think the one thing it will help will be injuries, because I don't think people get tight. Because obviously, if you look at what a game playing 90 minutes in extra time, you look at people that are falling over because they've got cramp and everything because they're tight. It might help in that sense. That's why I think it could work.
I wouldn't even bother if they want to do that. If they want to use it as the idea of they want to stop the clock and not keep it running, then just play 90 minutes and every time the ball goes out, the referee stops the clock. It's not that hard.
Mm. We also have ESPN coming out saying UK government will have the final sign off on the successful bidder. I mean, every week we hear different answer to this. One was Roman will pick, then we had UK will pick, then we had Rain will pick. I don't know anymore, man. I just hear new things all the time. So that's another story there. This was the one that was joining the bid with Todd Boehly, Los Angeles Dodgers, principal owner Mark Walter. I think both of them, what they run, they've made the playoffs every year or something. So in terms of sporting wise, they kind of know what they're doing, the way they run. But like I said, people are talking about this loan stuff with Boehly, and apparently the net worth with all these guys is only like 14 billion or something, Matt.
Yeah, but Roman was worth what, 12 billion. So that doesn't. It's still more. That's technically still more than Roman.
I know, but that was one guy against what?
And anyway, and the point is, it doesn't care. It doesn't really matter that much how much you have. The Ricketts are going to have what, 80 billion between them, but doesn't mean they're going to spend it. I'd rather have someone that has maybe a little bit less, but is still willing to spend it and run the club fairly, than someone that's got lots of money but is not going to spend it at all.
Yeah. No to Alonso, no to Barkley, no to Kepa, no to Ruben, no to Christensen. I'm surprised you didn't say no to Werner, personally. Werner should be on there first. Right, Nippin?
Yeah, I was going to say one thing about the match-going fans. They'll be happy at the Ricketts as long as they see Mount and Werner play every week. That's all they care about.
That is true. Nippin, I thought your name will say Werner out from now on.
I forgot to change it back after the podcast. Hold on.
No to Lukaku, no to Timo. Nippon, where you going now?
To my car,
You driving home?
maybe.
I said maybe.
So secretive about it.
In it, are you going to see a guy or girl? Who are you going to see now?
Definitely a guy.
No, I'm just going to my car. It's changed now.
What, your car?
No, I've changed it back to Werner out.
Wayne's got to go, unfortunately. He always leaves me midway, but...
Hey. Big up everyone. Have a good day and good evening and good morning. Nippon, please get home safe. Obviously, Zeke, happy Ramadan. And obviously, I'll speak to you tomorrow at some point.
Yeah.
And Matt, I'll probably have a chat with you tomorrow about F1.
Just remember,
but everyone,
I'm
big
not
up
watching
yourselves.
till 12.
Big up yourselves, the class, everyone. Please smash that like button. Have a good evening, everyone. And subscribe. And yeah. See you later.
Take care, Wayne.
Take care.
Well, there we have it. To be fair, Matt, I think match-going fans now are not chanting Verna anymore.
No, they probably do.
No, they stopped. In Shedden, they definitely stopped. They don't anymore. I think after that game when he was going for 50-50 ball and he went out of it. What game was that?
No clue.
It was recently, though. It was like the last 3 or 4 games, I think it was. But people are starting to not support him. We need him gone. Nippon, tell us about Werner.
Not good enough to play for Chelsea Football Club.
Oh, where you disappeared to, man?
I was putting directions on my sat nav, so it always turns my camera off when I do that.
No worries, bro. Manhandled. You meant to join Revolut, bro. I'm disappointed. But big up Manhandle, big up Jonathan. Who wants to go Chelsea Palace, by the way? Is anyone going Chelsea Palace? Matt? Nippon? Tickets are still available, I think.
How much?
FA Cup?
Like £30.
What
I bet
day
it's
is it?
restricted view.
No, tier 5.
Tier 5's not restricted view.
No, where I was sitting for Liverpool final. It's not selling out.
You sure?
Yeah, man. Buy it. £30. Go buy it quick. Have you
I
got
will
any
do
spare memberships?
when I park.
Have you got any spare memberships? Take that as a no. Unpopular opinion: Morata over Werner, and I agree with that. I agree with that.
No, I don't agree with that.
Why?
We forgetting how bad Morata was.
Bro, Morata's got a hat trick against Stoke
So
on a wet night
it's
at
against
Stoke.
Stoke. Look how shit Stoke are now.
Morata actually has currently more goals for Chelsea than Werner does.
No way.
Yes.
You're joking.
Nope.
But look, Morata scored against Arsenal. For me, scoring against Arsenal, it makes you an instant cult hero.
Yeah, but Werner scored against Tottenham.
The cheap is not 45, bro. Sorry, cheapest is 30, bro. Can't be 45. I saw it was £30. My boy bought it as well, £30. Werner has more assists. What? What's the last word?
Tons.
Tons, as in a lot more assists.
Yeah, but we bought
tons
both
of
of those. We bought both of those players in to score goals.
And also, you've got to take into account what them assists actually are. Are they assists that are like line breaking passes, or are they just ones that he's tapped in or missed the shot and it's gone as a pass instead?
I remember when he should have just tapped one in and then he just passed it like a 2 centimeter to Mount. I think it was last season. That's when I knew he's not going to do well, man. I think that's the only time Kazilla got it right about Werner. His other opinions were shocking. But
Yeah, can we just say Kazilla did also say that Bamford would be a good striker for Chelsea?
Guys, let me ask you that question. In the comments, would you take Bamford, Werner, or Morata at Chelsea Football Club?
Oh, gee.
Let us know in the
Yeah,
comments down below.
That's like picking from a dry shit, a wet shit, or a liquid shit.
Oh, look, trash versus garbage. It's trash versus garbage. Do you agree? It's trash versus garbage.
You wanted him, though.
Who?
Lippin.
Werner.
Yeah, you used to support him all the time. When father was here, like, oh, Werner for life, Werner for life.
Look, I always get excited whenever we're linked with a striker. Honestly, look, it's more like, what's it? It's more like we're so starved of one. We just get excited whenever we see someone score 20 plus goals and say, yeah, we'll buy them. And then they turn out to be flops when they come to the Premier League.
So,
I know
answer the question.
ultimately
Lippin,
setting...
answer the question. Answer the question. Morata, Werner, or Bamford?
Oh, God. It's trash versus garbage versus... What else?
I don't know. Just pick one, bro. It's not difficult. Just one name.
Oh, God. Oh. Werner. At the end of the day, he did help us reach a Champions League final. He scored, and I believe he assisted as well in that Real Madrid game. Oh, those were the days, man.
Did he?
I know he scored. Like
he scored, yeah.
He scored, but I think I think he assisted one of those goals. One goal. It was either at the bridge or the Bernabeu. No, it wasn't at the Bernabeu. It was at the training ground.
He scored only. That's what he done.
Oh, God.
I mean, scoring is his job, ain't it? Score.
But he scored 1 centimeter because I think Havertz missed.
Doesn't matter. He's got to be in that position to do it.
Look,
I knew Matt wanted him at Chelsea.
What?
Timo Werner, man.
I said I wanted him, but I did say in my article, if you all go back to it, that he does have the habit of missing chances.
Did he do that in the Bundesliga, though?
I didn't expect him to be this technically poor. That was the only thing I missed.
There we have it, folks. Guys, keep liking the video, man. If you're Ricketts out, if you're Werner out, if you're Nipping out, like the video.
Jesus.
What happened there?
What did I say now?
Yo, what happened there? You broke so hard.
No, I heard a word.
Sorry?
I heard Nipping out.
Yeah, but you stopped the car. Why did you brake so hard like that?
I always get panicked whenever I hear that word.
But what if someone's behind you? You're going to cause a crash.
Luckily, no one's behind me.
Yo, don't do that.
So, yeah, what did I do now? What did I do now?
Listen, don't do that again. Yo, don't brake like that again in public like that. Again.
Okay.
Technically, it wouldn't be his fault because the person shouldn't be close enough to actually hit him.
No. It would be his fault because it's an emergency brake out of nowhere. If you're braking slowly, you hit him.
He could say there's a cat. He could say there's a cat running across the road.
And anyway, if I send this to the police,
huh?
If I send this clip to the police,
well, that'd be just a shit friend, wouldn't it?
Nipping out. Nipping out.
Why? What did I do now? अबे मैंने क्या किया यार?
Sorry?
मैंने क्या? You don't know what that means. मैंने क्या
No,
किया?
no.
That means
Listen,
what did I
yo,
do now?
it wouldn't be the guy behind him's fault. No way. Because if you do emergency brake out of nowhere on clear road, if you can see the car in front of him is clear, he's in fault. That's why you have to have cameras when you're driving, so you can see stuff like this.
Yeah, but you have to prove that it hit the.
Yeah, if the guy behind him has a camera and he suddenly sees emergency brake,
Yeah,
he can
that's
come
why
out.
I say if.
Yeah, but most people do now.
95% of the time, it's the driver behind's fault.
Yeah, in
Oh.
Australia, that's how it is as well. Because you're supposed to keep a clear enough distance so that if something like that does happen,
Yeah, that's why they say. That's why they say you should keep a certain amount of gap depending on how fast you go.
So what if you're on a motorway? What if you're on a motorway? Not motorway, so dual carriageway. You're doing 50 miles per hour, and you've actually kept the gap that you're meant to, like in normal roads. And he does a emergency brake, bang. You're telling me your car will be ready to brake?
No, but that distance is calculated so if an emergency stop happens, you can stop in time. That's the point of it. So they would argue that your reactions are not fast enough, and then therefore it's your fault.
But what if the guy stopped at 0 for no reason?
But if it's for no reason, then obviously that's all the way around. But then you've got undeniably proof that there was no reason, which is near enough impossible unless you have cameras.
Right.
Nipping out.
Why though? What did I do?
Stop the car.
Okay.
No.
Are you joking?
Of course, when is Sadiq not joking?
You told me you know I joke all the time now. So why are you still serious?
I pretend.
Yeah, but wait, you emergency brake or pretend?
You emergency brake, you telling me you pretend. That is bullshit FC, my friend. Ben Chod. So Nippin, I heard you're fasting tomorrow.
No.
Why?
I'm not.
Why?
I'm not a Muslim.
That's racist. You can get cancelled for that.
You don't have to be a Muslim to fast.
Yeah, you're racist.
Oh, I thought it was. I thought you were asking if I was fasting for Ramadan.
No,
in general.
Fast.
No,
You're not
fast.
you're not allowed to eat
I don't have
beef.
fasting days. I don't, and I don't.
I saw you at the restaurant eating beef though.
No, I was having chips. I don't eat beef. Never.
Okay. Guys, was everyone here yesterday? No, Alfred wasn't. Alfred, score predictions for tomorrow's game.
I think we're overdue a good performance, especially considering the last couple of games. And I'm hoping that the team has got their heads out of their asses. So I'm going to say 2-0 for Chelsea.
2-0. I forgot what Nippon said. Nippon, what was your prediction?
I think I said 2-1 Chelsea or 1-0 Chelsea.
Okay.
I can't remember now.
Matt?
I said a scrappy 2-1.
Yeah, I think it's going to be scrappy 2-1 as well. I think you can all agree for once that it'll be 2-1. We've got some guys say 2-0. So what are you going to say?
I rate Varna's positivity.
That guy's usually negative, by the way. Wait, I swear Varna used to hate Matt.
He did.
This guy used to hate Matt. Now he's showing him love.
I show love to everyone.
Global CFC.
Even global in his mum's basement.
Yo, come on. Why you have to mention moms? You told me not to mention moms.
I'm not insulting his mum. I was just saying he lives in his mum's basement. It's different.
When I mention moms, I don't insult either. I just mention their mom.
No, but you saying your mum is
Yeah. What does that mean?
that's-
What does that actually mean, your mom?
no, but that's
What does that mean?
directed it in more of an insulting gesture way. Whereas me saying about
Okay.
someone's mum's basement, that's just taking the piss out of the person that.
No, you're taking the piss out of the
Was a-
mother's place.
No, I'm taking the piss out of him. I'm saying that he's a grown man living in his mum's house.
Okay, so what does your mom mean?
Well, if you were to say like your mum, like that would, in at least in Essex terms, that's insult.
How?
I mean, you would normally say something more than that, but
Exactly.
Huh?
If I said more than that, then yeah. But what does your mom mean?
I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. Why do people get offended?
Because I assume they just take it in terms of an insult way.
Because that's how it's meant, so automatically people just, that's what they think.
But Alfred, what does it mean though, your mom?
Well, in Australia, it's followed by a joke, right? So, anytime you just say it,
yeah,
anyone gets pissed off because they know that
you're probably going to insult.
Yeah, it's basically like saying an insult about someone's mum without actually saying it. You know, like if somebody, in Australia, if somebody calls somebody an idiot, and that person says your mum, you're basically saying that person's mum is an idiot.
No, see,
Yes.
Taha summed it up for me. Look at Taha's comment. This is exactly what it is.
No, but if you're in an argument and then you say your mum, you're in a negative situation, so obviously it would come across as a negative. Obviously, if you said it in just a randomly, then that's different because that's just you interpreting it. But in an argument, when you're cussing each other and you say your mum, that would be different. If you get what I mean.
Yeah.
But anyway, let's get back onto the football.
Worldwide bums.
Listen, guys, man, listen. People get offended when I say your mum, man, on social media. And I can take it as well. If without proper abusive.
Your mum.
Sorry?
Your mum
is a very nice lady. Yes, I agree. Loftus-Cheek to Everton, part exchange for Richarlison.
Oh, what's this Richarlison bollocks?
I don't
know. Do not bring that idiot to my club, please.
But he's better than Loftus-Cheek.
He is dog shit.
No, you guys wanted him last year.
I never wanted Richarlison. I've never rated Richarlison.
Remember Alfred?
You know who? Here's something.
We know who you want, Gnabry.
We
know who you want. We know who you want, Gnabry.
Who,
no,
me?
This will make most people laugh. No, let me finish. This will make most people laugh.
If we don't laugh, we're gonna kick you out. Go on.
Pavan, what? Sorry, what did I
I'd
say?
rather have. No, okay. I'd rather have Jared Bowen than Richarlison.
How's that funny?
Jared Bowen's a good player. I would actually like Jared Bowen's the type of player I'd like at Chelsea, actually.
It's time to go. Goodbye.
You are the weakest link. Goodbye. Niffin, don't look down when you're in the car driving.
It's done. Nipin Sharma has officially been banned from the channel. You said Chelsea will beat Madrid, and that defeat was one of you.
Well, did you see how many chances we had, son? Not my fault that our players can't take their chances. If we would have,
I was legit about to cry.
Yeah, it was tight, man. It was tight.
That loss is not as bad for me personally. It just looked bad because of how the game ended up, but that was actually a game, like a lot of our games recently, that we very easily could have won, or at least gotten a draw if we took out enough of the chances that we had, because we had chances in that game, man. Yes, so did they, but honestly, we should have at least drawn that game with the chances that we had.
Or
So,
3-2, at least.
Yeah, that's right.
I
You
agree
know,
with you. It was a good performance. Try and get back into the game.
and let's not forget that it was only 3-1. It could have very easily finished 2-1, but for whatever reason, Mendy did a madness, and yeah, unfortunately, it ended up 3-1.
So, is it time we start thinking about Kepa coming in?
Look, I think at least for a couple of games or something, or at the very least, at least the Southampton game, because something's going on with Mendy, lads. Is just not right currently. You can't. We all know he's a fantastic goalkeeper, right? But you cannot be making the mistakes that he's been making with just distribution and stuff as regularly as he has been. A goalkeeper at that level should not be doing that, and we know that he's better than that. So something's just not right at the moment.
Yeah, Matt, what do you think, man?
I mean, I don't normally disagree with Alfred very much, but I highly disagree with that. I think one, all you're going to do by dropping Mendy is just completely floor his confidence, and then you're going to just destroy the player in general. I think also, again, he made one very big mistake, and it's common knowledge, we've said for a while, that his distribution is something that is lacking in his game. But at the end of the day, distribution for a goalkeeper is not the end of the world. My problem also is I don't think the defenders help him because they pass it back to him in situations that, you know, when someone's not very good for distribution, you could just easily not pass it to him at that point, and it puts him under unnecessary pressure. And then thirdly, yes, fine, okay, you're going to drop Mendy for someone that, I'm not being rude, has cost us 2 Carabao Cup finals in a row and made plenty of other mistakes worse than Mendy in terms of Kepa.
Oh.
I just think there's not, if this was multiple mistakes in multiple games, but the amount of points and games Mendy has saved for us, I don't think it's right to just drop him after one mistake. Yes, it's in a big game, but sometimes it happens. And I've seen Alisson make blunders like that. I've seen Edison make blunders with passes as well. Sometimes it happens. And when with goalkeepers nowadays, they are going to make these mistakes because they're being trusted with the ball more often. And at one point, they are going to get found out no matter how good you are.
I'm with Dexter, Matt. Sorry.
Well, I mean, he didn't save one penalty.
Yeah, but still, Mount should have just killed the game.
Yeah, players. Yeah, I'm not saying he's completely at fault, but he did ultimately cost us in terms of the defining moment in penalties. He did cost us by not saving a single penalty and then missing the defining penalty.
I can agree with you that he cost us the penalty shootout.
But even the first one, if I had it my way, he would have been sacked from the club the day after that final for what he did at that situation. But obviously he carried on, and obviously you do let bygones be bygones eventually, but we can't. It's not something you forget. You can forgive, but you're not going to forget.
Nip and Sharma.
Oh, sorry.
Right. All I want to say is that no, do not play Kepa, because you know what that will do? That will just destroy Mendy's confidence completely. I know Mendy hasn't looked confident for the past few games. But that's why I'd keep playing him to build that confidence back again. Because if you drop him, that will just completely shatter his confidence.
All he needs is to make one of them great saves that he does, and all the confidence will come flying back in.
You see what I'm trying to say, though, right?
No, we don't. We don't.
Matt?
Yeah, I know exactly what you're saying. I mean, he basically said the same as me.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if you hold on, Dexter, that's even if you're getting fingertips on 4 of them, that's even worse. If you're not getting, if you just don't get to any of it, then it's gone the wrong way, such as that, then that's fair enough. But if you're not strong enough to get, if you're getting fingertips and not strong enough to pull it out, that's more of a mistake than just guessing the wrong way. And that, I'm not being funny. I know there were a lot of the penalties were good, but that Van Dijk one, he went the side of Kepa and he still didn't get it. That was one that really Kepa should have been saving, but irrelevant. Kepa has made a lot of mistakes as well in more more proper goalkeeping attributes rather than distribution. And I know he's been better since Tuchel, but that mistake, if we're going to go to a final, look at the Tielemans goal. I know it was a decent strike, but it's again one of the ones that Kepa hasn't saved and had the time to possibly get something on it. So I'm just making the point where, don't forget 3 months ago we were calling Mendy the best goalkeeper in the world, and then now suddenly everyone wants him out and put Kepa in. It just doesn't really make actually any sense. And really, I think sometimes we are the downfall of our own making, because we hype these players to be world class. Then as soon as they have a bad game, we just disown them like they're nothing. Well, how does that make the players feel?
I still think he is a fantastic goalkeeper. You know, there's no doubt about that. But like I was saying earlier, you know, this isn't the only game that he's done it in recently. You know, that's why I think that I don't know what's going on.
I don't think dropping him for a game is going to improve his distribution.
It won't improve his distribution, but I don't know. Maybe he needs a bit of time off the pressure. I don't know what to say, because he's it's just not. It's been shocking. Like we're actually very lucky that this is the only game that it's cost us in the last few games. You know, and it's not even. It hasn't even, in some of these more recent games, it hasn't even been when a player was right next to him. Like he'd have heaps and heaps of time to make a pass, you know, all the way up to midfield, and he would fuck that up as well. You know, like what's going on? And Rudiger in this, I think it was Rudiger in this last game against Real Madrid, mate. It's fucking 2.5 centimeters away from you. How do you screw up that? You know, so yeah, I don't know. I'm not saying drop him because he sucks. I know I maybe said that after the, you know, get rid of him or whatever after the goal, because it really pissed me off, and because of the few mistakes in the last few games. But no, that's not why I would drop him. It's just that, yeah, I think he just needs a bit of time away from all the pressure, and maybe he'll come back strong. I don't know.
Mm. Yeah, you know what, Dex, I was thinking that as well, because I thought Rudiger could have done more. I genuinely thought he could have done more.
No, but yeah, Rudiger was on. Yeah, so
yellow.
I was going to say Rudiger was on yellow. He's not going to get himself sent off in that situation. Because that again, if it is 2-1, and then we go down to 10 men, that's nearly just as bad as being 3-1 down anyway. Because we'd all be going, oh, look at Rudiger, he ruined the game by getting sent off. Tuchel couldn't do his tactics. We'd be saying the same thing.
Look, maybe I am just a little bit extra pissed off because, yeah, that goal, it was just very, very unnecessary, man. And we could not afford it in a tie like this. And, you know, that goal, I know we should have put away our chances and everything, but by the end of the next leg, that might be the moment that will have cost us this tie. You know? So, I don't know. We'll see, I guess.
Yeah, guys, drop your predictions for Madrid as well, second leg. I'm just going to get a charger quickly.
I'll let you start with the prediction for Real Madrid.
I reckon we will win 2-1. But of course, that won't be enough.
Yeah, Niffin, what do you think?
God. You know what? Just for the entertainment purposes, I'm going to say it goes to extra time and penalties.
And who wins?
Right. Heads Chelsea, tails Real Madrid.
Oh, God.
Oh, bloody hell.
Niffin's just jinxed us. I guess that was Real Madrid then winning penalties, Niffin.
Yeah, but look, I hope my jinx works and it ends up us winning on penalties.
So Nippin has just jinxed us for the Real Madrid game.
What happened?
He said it was going to penalties. I said, well, who's going to win the penalties? He said, I'm flipping a coin, heads for Chelsea, tails for Real Madrid, and it was tails. So if we lose the penalties of Real Madrid, it's all Nippin's fault.
Could you imagine we actually get the penalties now? That would be...
It would be typical Chelsea for us to get to penalties and then lose the penalty shootout.
Look, I'd take a penalty shootout right now, 100%.
Comment now, Nipping out.
Comment Nipping in. Everyone comment Nipping in. Everyone comment Nipping in.
Anyways, nipping out definitely. We don't want nipping in, guys. I'm done with him. It's finished.
What's finished?
Nipping. Nipping's finished.
I'm not finished. I'm not finished.
You're finished like Werner.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are.
He's finished like Mendy.
Looking at the comments and no one's saying nipping out.
Everyone
wants me in.
We got Molina.
Molina super chat nipping in.
Matt, I'm just curious. Oh, sorry.
Go on, Alfred, what are you saying?
I'm curious about a hypothetical for Matt.
Oh,
no. So what happens if, what would you say if Mendy makes another similar mistake tonight and it costs us a goal? Like, I'm just curious about what your thoughts would be if that were to happen. I'm not saying it will, of course.
It depends on the mistake, depends on... See, obviously, if he's making constant mistakes like that, then there is a point where you do have to make a decision and drop him out. But the problem is you've got... And Tuchel will know himself if there are types of players that will react well to getting dropped, and there'll be types of players that will crumble to that. So I would just worry that if if Mendy is one of them people that getting dropped would make him crumble, I don't want to destroy his confidence like that. I think you've got to try and manage him in the best way possible. And I think for now, I don't see a reason for dropping him, even with that mistake.
Bloody hell.
Makes sense, to be fair. I suppose he has been fantastic for us. There's no doubt.
I think sometimes, I know it's hard for us Chelsea fans sometimes, but we've got to give up. We've got to give a little bit of faith.
Guys,
Yeah.
I was gonna end it, but let's hit Alex quickly.
Hey.
Big up Melina as well for the donation. Nipping in, shout out to the panel, KJ, Andrew, Uncle Jesters.
Hope you're well, Miss Melina. Nice to see you always.
Yep. I was meant to end this thing, but Alex thinks I'm lying. See if he's coming. A minute or two, otherwise we'll end it.
Did you send him the link?
Yeah, I sent it to him now. I was meant to end it a few minutes ago, but...
Oh, I forgot to say my score, by the way.
Oh, go on.
So I think it's going to be 1-1. Unfortunately, it doesn't make, like Alfred said, like his score. It doesn't mean we go through, but I think that would be a good, not a good result, but a result that might bring us a bit more confidence going into the
1-1.
Yeah.
That ain't gonna do shit, fam.
Well, no, but to come back from getting absolutely ripped, so I think it'll be a 1-1 where we're a bit unlucky as well. I don't think it's going to be a 1-1 where Real Madrid get just a silly, a lucky goal. I think we'll be at 1-0 and be doing quite well, and then they'll just get the 1-1, and then we'll be like, oh, okay. But I think it'll be in that situation. I think it'll be a bit more of a confidence booster going into Palace.
Okay. Alex,
What's going on, frauds?
you just finished football.
I'm on my way. Did you told your cat what I told them to what I said to your cat? Did you told your cat what I told you to tell him?
Yeah, he's a bit annoyed. I'll show you him now.
Okay. Or you want me to tell him again what I said?
Oh, he's got his back turned. He's not happy.
Yeah,
Well, I told him to fuck off. I'll send all the dogs after him if I see him.
Why? What do you do?
Because what you said, you tweeted what your cat said.
I wish no one saw it, man.
What did he say?
It must be the worst kept secret if you tweeted about it.
Alfred didn't see it.
I wish I didn't see it.
No, I said bring Lampard back.
Oh God.
Yeah.
You deserve all the punishment you get.
This reminded me. I was in a group chat earlier with Chelsea fans, and there was this one guy that wants Tuchel out because we don't play a good style of football. But he's this random guy, you don't know him. But
is it some guy who always appears on the kickoff?
No, it's not an influencer.
It's not him.
But
it must be a young one, because if he doesn't remember Mourinho.
and his replacement, he wants John Terry in because he thinks John Terry would have a good style of play.
Is it Johnny's cousin or something, or Johnny's?
I do not know. But he also said Lampard had a good style of play.
Is he having a laugh? His style of
It must
play.
be Sadiq's cat.
Yeah, my cat.
I heard you talking about Kepa versus Mendy. The problem with Mendy, it wasn't a drop of form in this game particularly. Only he started to make bad decisions in the last couple of games. It wasn't a mistake. It was a decision making. The problem. You see what I'm saying? It wasn't like it was decision making. He shouldn't call Rudiger off that ball in the first place because Rudiger already running. Second of all, I think Rudiger could clear the ball. He was just
Cautious.
way too cautious.
Yellow card, isn't it?
No, I don't think it's that. He was going with the left foot. He's a right-footed player. He was tackling with the left foot. He wanted to stop the ball. He didn't. You see what I'm saying? Like the way he put his foot down, he thought that he actually can block it and he can keep the ball instead of just whack it out.
Yeah.
If he just hit the ball, doesn't matter where, just clear the ball out, it would have worked. But I think he actually thought that he can control the ball. I think he thought that he can keep the ball. And that's the bad part. Even though it's not on Rudiger, it's definitely on Mendy. 100% on Mendy.
Alex, before we wrap up, I need to ask you a serious question.
I already know it's not a serious question. I already know you don't have to. You're just gonna troll it or whatever.
How did Jorginho play against Madrid?
Excellent.
I mean, he got the assist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He brought us back in the game.
At the hospital, we usually remove those assists.
Oh, okay. Over assist. Okay, cool.
We usually remove those kind of assists.
How about a wonderful?
There's not a one player in midfield that was good. I wanted Kante dropped. Everybody was telling me like how you can drop your world-class player. He was a world-class, but he wasn't good this season, throughout the season. And when people ask me like, no, he was good. Like I was like, when did the last time you saw Kante perform really, really good? And they said the last Championship League away game. I was like, but that's how long ago? And that's one. What about before that? Kante dropped form pretty bad this season. I love the kid, but I think he dropped a big one this season. And I don't know. Well, running around covering for Jorginho's ass all the time. Of course, you're gonna be tired and shit. But I think Kovacic should have started with Jorginho. Even that wasn't, because it was a disappointed match because it was self-inflicted. I think Mendy should have saved the first goal. It was poor Mendy. It was poor. It was poor defending. It was poor goal. He should have saved it. I don't care what other people say. It's 18 yards header. Not even in the corner. It was above his arm.
Yeah, and he's got long arms.
And people call Kepa T-Rex arms. What the fuck was that? I love Mendy, but I see what Matt's saying. You don't want to kill the guy confidence by benching him. I think Tuchel need to talk to him privately on one-on-one and see what's going on. I don't think Kepa's gonna do anything like super better. You know what I'm saying? He has his own problems.
What about Pulisic? I thought he had a very, very bad game, and he was worse than Mount.
Yeah, he was worse than Mount for me. Out of three, he was worse than Mount. That's definitely.
I only remember having him one chance, and it was terrible. He wasted it.
The whole thing was, why do Jorginho start to pass it forward when we are 2-1 down, when we are 2-0 down? That assist came. What fucking tactical?
It must be tactical for him.
Tactical brain? I can see that. He's tactically brainless. He got, because of him, second goal was in. Because, what's his name? Benzema dropped it in the middle, got the ball, held the ball, and passed it to Vucinic. With that pass, he disabled both players in one, Christensen and Jorginho. And he kept running. And Jorginho didn't follow him. Jorginho is younger than him. It's embarrassing. Look at Jorginho when you see the goal. Look where Jorginho was. Sad, man. Sad. Sad. But hey, I thought Alonso would have done better than Azpilicueta on the left side, but it is what it is.
I don't think Aspi was bad. I just think obviously it's limited, the left foot, obviously, but it's.
I mean, the energy, of course, Aspi has a better energy, but I don't know, man. It's a reaction. I don't know why we're actually talking about that, because we actually have a game tomorrow at 10 o'clock.
I didn't get to talk to you from Madrid, obviously, so I wanted to hear your thoughts.
You just said I give up. I didn't give up. I never give up watching Chelsea, but I was like, when I'm watching Chelsea, I'm standing on my feet all the time. But when I see the way we played, the way the whole games went, I start to do stuff around the house and just listen to the game. That's how I was pissed off, because if I was gonna watch TV, watch the game, I will punch the fuck off out of my TV. Because the midfield was non-existent. Non-existent. They literally split us like it was nothing there. You know what I'm saying? Like nothing. Kante, I don't know what the hell he was looking up for. Like, I think it was Tuchel, partially Tuchel's fault, because I think we pressured way too high. We went with the high pressing with way too much intensity. Like, I understand, but if one person doesn't press, Jorginho is fucked. He's literally like a bitch on a panel, because he's so exposed. And Kante ain't coming back. Mount ain't coming back. Because Pulisic ain't coming back. He's too high up. We played way too open, way too. You know what remind me of that game? Lampard.
Lampard.
Seriously, if you really think about it, this is exactly how Lampard played. That's why we had the defense look like shit, like the first time, like they did something for the first time. Isn't it this? Rudiger looked like worthless. Christensen look worthless. It's because it's way open. There's no way Roman Loftus-Cheek would have let Benzema go without even trying to chase him. Because as amazing as that header is, Benzema is one of the best forwards on the planet Earth right now. But we made it too easy for him. That header was way too easy. No pressure. You don't even have to block it. You just have to stand sometimes beside him.
Yeah.
Even Jorginho with those tic-tac legs could have just, if he would have got there and just, I don't know, breathe. Maybe that would have done better, but who knows?
Man said breathe. Alex, what are you doing tomorrow, man? I've got a review. You jumping on?
I don't know what I'm doing tomorrow. I'll watch the game, but it depends after the game.
It's quite early for you, I think, isn't it?
No,
Maybe.
10 o'clock, yeah.
What
After
time
the
is kickoff?
3, I think.
10 o'clock for me. So
3 o'clock.
I just I'm getting back in the gym, getting back in the gym again, because my shoulder finally starts to feel better. So I'm gonna go, and I'm not gonna spar, but I'm just gonna go see if I can get my gloves back on and get my cardio back, because it's been horrible. I need to get my anger somewhere.
Calm. And what's your score prediction for tomorrow before we wrap
5-0 to Lukaku, hat-trick, Jorginho. On the penalties.
7-0.
No, hat-trick Lukaku.
No, you said two. You said 2 hat-trick. That's what I thought.
No.
All right, cool. Guys, we're gonna wrap it
Yeah,
up.
see you guys. I'm gonna go play.
Take care, man. Enjoy, Alex.
See you
Nippin,
guys.
take
Take
care.
care, bud. Good to see you.
Matt, Alfred, take care, man. We'll catch you soon. Nippin,
Take care.
you too, mate.
Take care,
Take care,
lads.
everyone. Like the video, man. Like the video. Peace.
Like the video, people, and subscribe to WorldWideChels.
Big up.